Hey guys and ghouls, welcome back to the Cozy Ghost. I'm your host October, and today we will be continuing with First Snow. So let's just get right back into it. Let's load. We got 36 minutes in. We're on Art Matters. Oh shit. I feel like I failed a test as I trail off, but Eileen doesn't seem worried. You're still young, and there's a good few courses to look into here. Just try your hand at whatever comes up until something grabs you. There are plenty of worse ways to spend your time in college. You're smart, too, so you have that going for you. I awkwardly smile at the praise. I've never been good at knowing how to handle compliments. Me too, girl, me too. She may say that, but the fact that Eileen's so set on a career, yet only seems to be around my age, rubs in my lack of direction. I'm still patting myself on the back for managing groceries. My parents always told me I could do whatever I set my mind to, but it was so easy to tread water for me that I never bothered trying to swim. Oh, that's such a good metaphor, too. Sounds like you have a nice family. Uh-oh. Are we learning trauma? I move to respond. The memory of them gives me the familiar pang of homesickness all over again. I might have found time to call Mom yesterday, but it just isn't the same. You okay? Yeah, I miss them. Well, everyone here is going through the same thing. You as well? I miss my sister, yeah. She's probably fine, but that doesn't make it easier. Mom and Dad, too? To be honest, things have been easier between me and my folks since I moved out. Oof. It's hard to imagine being on such bad terms with my family that moving away was better. The best thing about Christmas will be the chance to see them again, but Eileen doesn't seem particularly fussed about it all. Yeah, people have different relationships with their families. Sometimes it's yay, sometimes it's ooh. Leaving me to ponder, Eileen goes back to her painting. It's a very pretty painting. Does Eileen only paint women? I get the feeling she wouldn't be this gracious to Caprice, so she seems to think a little better of me. At least, she's lent me an ear. What?
Not boring you, am I?
Of course not.
No, not at all. I like watching you paint.
Girl, she's so pretty. She pauses a moment before continuing. It's only for a second, but I sense a hesitation there. Did I say something wrong? The moment passes as soon as it arrived, Eileen's brush returning to the canvas. The other students appear to have left by now, the orange-stained room silent save for her work. The building's just a little cold, but that's fine. As the minutes roll by, I end up watching her for a while as I swing my legs. I almost forgot I came here to actually draw, but that doesn't matter. Watching her painting slowly progress is more than enough. Every so often, she mixes up a dab of this paint and that on the wooden palette beside her. The side of a hip is traced out, light bouncing off a waist shaded or flowing strand of hair detailed with a fine tip. I can't help but admire her ability to set a goal and stay true to it, knowing exactly what she's working toward at this stage of her life. Okay, no one knows what they're working towards at this stage of life. No one does. If only I had an ounce of the ambition Eileen has.
I might go to a cafe nearby to grab a coffee. I'll be back in a bit.
Tired?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry to distract you from your work.
Glad for the company. Have fun.
Does she like me back? She's so pretty. Such a nice sweater. With that, I hop off the table and start toward the door.
Wait.
Oh. That's so pretty. Her voice stops me in my tracks just as I'm about to go. It'd be great if she decided to come as well. The painting kind of looks like me. Not me, but like Allison.
Could you grab me a coffee too? Espresso, straight. I'll give you some cash when you come back.
Coffee date! So much for that. Oh my god, she's got thigh highs! Why did I not realize that? The cafeteria hums away as students talk amongst themselves, the room having mostly filled up by now. The thought briefly passes my mind that winter must be great for business, given this being the closest place for cheap food during bad weather. Some smears on the edges of the plate are all that remains of the mostly cooked pasta served today. what's left of my accompanying soda bubbling away while I pass some time browsing this and that. As I read, a shadow suddenly looms over the side of the table. Looking up from my phone reveals a very familiar figure. Eileen peers down as she stands at the opposite side of the table, a large plate of food steaming away in her hand. The fresh pasta sauce is strong enough to smell from here. Okay to sit here?
Hi.
Sure. I quickly set my phone down as she takes a seat and arranges her tray on the table, happy that she chose to sit with me. I glance around to see if anyone's with her. It makes me realize why she probably chose to sit here. The cafeteria is practically full, and this is simply the nearest table with space available. About to take her first gulp of food, Eileen's fork halts midair before saying something. Cold any better? Yeah, clearing up now. Oh, was I sick? Good to hear. With that, she starts on her pasta and salad. Sounds delicious. As I take my phone to browse some more, Eileen calmly eats the average at best cafeteria food. It feels as though there's no need to chat to just fill the air. The silence between us is becoming more comfortable. Yay! That is, before I get a message. Flicking away the browser app, I take a quick look. Can't make dinner. Work sucks. You were getting groceries yesterday, right? Anything in the fridge? Seconds tick by as I wait for a response, a sense of concern starting to take over. Rose? Rose. Sorry. Rose. Work needs me. See you later. Ah! All I can do is sigh and slump down in my seat as I lay my phone on the table. Eileen looks at me in puzzlement, her fork hovering near her mouth, just like, what? I just want to eat.
Huh?
Bad news. Roommate forgot to do groceries. We're out of food. Can't you just grab a burger on the way home? That would be the plan, if I wasn't nearly through my allowance. I just look away and groan, not up to outright say that I'm broke. It's that bad, huh? At first glance, she shrugs off as she goes back to eating, but she seems to actually be in thought after watching her a bit. Eventually, after finishing her food, she speaks up. I guess I was cooking some extra anyway. You can come over for dinner if you want, within walking distance. The suggestion's enough to make me bolt upright in an instant. What, to your place? Yeah, should be fine, right? You okay with stir fry? Oh my god, we've been invited out on a dinner date! Woo!
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate this. Sure, whatever. Just don't make it weird. Considering the discussion over, Eileen goes back to finishing off her food without much concern for what she's just said. Maybe she does have a good side. Stopping before the large black door, I repeat the address Eileen gave me to reassure myself I've come to the right place. Eileen's definition of walkable is apparently different than mine, still catching my breath from the hike. I thought I was going to be fine, but my nerves are getting the better of me now that I'm here. I'm going into a near stranger's home, after all, and it'll be just the two of us. In school, we just happen to be around each other, but this is entirely different. Bruh. You can't be near strangers if she invites you to her house. I would not do that. I don't even do that, to not close. I do that with close friends, but, people I've known for years, I don't do that. Glancing down the hall to make sure nobody's watching me awkwardly loiter around, I take a moment to appreciate how nice her apartment building is. This is a nice area, and everything inside is immaculate. Even the hallway carries a slight scent of cleaning products. Out of excuses to stall any longer, I take a breath and gingerly press the doorbell. Its muffled chime ringing out from behind the door. Ding dong. I run my hands through my hair one more time to make sure I look presentable as footsteps come to the door. The plain wooden door swings open, answered by... Not Eileen! Our dinner date's been crashed. I'm devastated.
Hey.
Oh, evening. Before I can ask if I got the right apartment, he turns around. Allison's here! Wallace jerks his head around for me to follow. I obediently do so, still too confused to get a word out. Eileen didn't mention he would be here. I don't know how I feel about it. Maybe I should be relieved it's just not the two of us. Damn, this is a nice apartment! Barely noticing the thud of the door close behind me, I take a quick glance around her apartment as I place my coat on the counter. The first striking thing is how clean it is, with everything put neatly in its place. Then again, aside from a few paintings on the walls that are possibly her own, there's not much clutter around to clean up. The television, quite a decent size for students, sits on a cable news channel. Riveting as the economic situation report is, it's barely audible over the clacking rice cooker coming from the kitchen. As Wallace and I stride in, Eileen comes to her feet after having been on the couch. She lazily covers a deep yawn with her hand as she does.
Hi?
Hi? So you managed to find the place. Welcome to my home, I guess. I'd introduce you to this guy as well, but it seems you two already know each other. Wallace and I exchange a brief glance. Just had a coffee together once. Whoops, I did the wrong voice there. While I did find his size intimidating at first, he seems a bit of a gentle giant figure now that I'm around him more. Looks like this isn't going to be dinner for just me and Eileen then. Taking one last glance about, the inside of her place is as nice as the outside. From the meticulous cleanliness to the trendy furniture, her home looks more suited to a design magazine than a student's living area. Your apartment's really nice. Thanks. I like to try and keep things organized.
Yeah.
Especially when visitors are over. Oh, so it doesn't usually look like this. He knows. Wallace knows. Eileen glares daggers at Wallace, but he doesn't pay any heed. The two seem to have a good handle on each other. Moving on. Wallace, just watch TV or something while we get dinner sorted. Can do. Thanks again for letting me have dinner with you. Don't get too comfortable. I'm gonna make you work for your food. Eileen motions for me to come over with her, but the gesture was unnecessary given her commanding tone. Wallace gives a dreary glance as he follows his orders, and I quickly do the same. Allison, you idiot! She wants to be alone with you! I end up standing before a well-used wooden cutting board, taking the large knife Eileen offers before sizing up the variety of vegetables awaiting its blade. I don't think she notices my hesitation as she opens the rice cooker and gives the contents a stir. The two of us waste little time in getting to work, the sound of food being prepared filling the room. Unfortunately, it isn't long before I've earned Eileen's ire. Uh-oh. Stop. My heart practically leaps out of my chest as I immediately freeze, hands retreating from the cutting board. Did I hand you a hatchet? No. Then why are you using that as one? It looks like you're trying to lop off some fingers. In response to my puzzled look, she takes the knife off me and starts demonstrating the correct technique herself. Relatable. Thought you'd be more help than him fixing this up. Look, curl your hand in next where you want to cut like this. Now use the knife like a lever instead of wildly hacking away. We're making nice, slow slices, not some slasher B-movie scene.
Okay.
Right, I think I have it. Eileen hands the knife back, and after a breath to steady myself, I have another try. Sorry, that was quite the angle. She soon starts frowning as I slice away, but at least she's not yelling at me again. She does look irritated. I'm guessing you don't cook for yourself? No. Her eyes rest on the collection of lopsided shapes sitting before me. I'm lucky if I don't mess up instant noodles.
Huh?
I thought those were impossible to get wrong. I'm genuinely impressed. You do all your own cooking? Not like I have anyone else to cook for. Anyone else to cook for me. Healthier than living off pizza and burgers, too. What about Wallace? Aren't you roommates? No, he just loafs around here sometimes. I've tried to get him to help, but he's no better than you are. I'm always feeding him and letting him crash on my couch. He even bugs me for free pictures for his writing. She sets down her knife in a genuine, if depressing, thought. Maybe we should just become roommates. I think I'm starting to get a handle on the relationship now. As strange a pair as they might seem, the stern and uncompromising Eileen and gentle giant Wallace seem like they're a compatible couple. Babes. Allison is so stupid. They're not a couple. They're literally not even a couple. Okay. I'm surprised you're not. I thought you might be together. She's about to get shot down. Nope, just friends. So much for that. She waves away that idea so easily that it must have come up before. In fact, back at the cafe, Wallace seemed quick to clarify that too. Wallace's voice pipes up from behind us.
You know, it's not often Eileen invites someone else over for dinner.
Bro, stop it with that look. You can tell. He knows what's up. He's the only one who knows what's up. You know what's up, Wallace. You know what's up.
I don't invite anyone over for dinner. You just show up most of the time.
Get him, Eileen.
Including now, actually.
He wasn't supposed to show up. This was supposed to be a dinner date.
I've had to put up with him like this since high school. I guess no one else would.
Objection. I'm the one who puts up with you.
I'm the one currently holding a knife.
Real.
Objection withdrawn.
That's real. With that, he goes back to quietly watching television. I'm starting to get how Eileen deals with others in general now. She simply has no filter when it comes to stating what she believes to be true. I have a friend like that. That can be a problem just as much as shyness, though. Thinking back to when we met, the only reason I didn't write the episode with her off is Caprice and Wallace nudging me afterwards. But here she is, looking after her friend and providing me with a meal. Took a while, but I'm glad I met her in the end. Perhaps that's why it's a little worrisome that she lives alone like this. You normally do all this without anyone to help? You don't need to say it like that's a bad thing. There's all sorts in the world. Some are better with people than others. Living alone suits me, and I can afford it. You know Caprice, though, don't you? So you're not completely alone besides Wallace. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Tell me, how did you and Caprice meet? We were sitting at the same table for a biology lecture, and she started passing me notes during class out of the blue. Once we started talking afterwards, she didn't really stop. That's the way it goes with her. Once you get caught in her orbit, she doesn't let you go. Caprice isn't that bad. She's just a sweet person, just high energy. She gives a non-committal grunt before getting on with her cooking. I do wish she'd give her a chance. Caprice does only mean the best for her. Moving away from that, could you grab the plates and glasses? These shouldn't take long to fry. Root beer, please.
No.
I love the way she just said that. No. Water is healthier.
Allison.
Why did he say it like that? Allison, please save me from this woman. All I can do is give a weak smile. Much as I'd like to give him what he asks for, following Eileen's orders would probably be for the best. She's definitely the mom friend. With all of us well and truly full, we sit around the table and savor the meal we've had. It was the best food I've had in a while, since it was neither takeout nor cooked by Rose. Poor Rose. Having sent a text message to her for a pickup, all that's left is to run down the clock as the evening wears on. Looking around the apartment, I point to one of the paintings on the wall. Did you paint all these? Yeah, really need to find something else to put up there, though.
Huh?
But why? They're really good. I appreciate the thought. All of them have dumb little mistakes, though. Just needed something to make these walls less bare when I moved in, and never got around to replacing them. You like painting people in particular, don't you? Women! She likes painting women! Just into portraits and figures. Modern art's all well and good, but I started with figure drawing and ended up attached to it. Bodies are pretty fascinating when you think about them. Really think about them, that is. I spent days just sitting there, sketching, trying to work out how the muscles fit together, how lighting interacts with skin and all that. The way she rattles off her thoughts with such feeling gives away how much she cares about the subject. I can't say I take it quite as seriously as she does, but I can see where she's coming from. Interested in this stuff, Allison? Me? I just drew a little in high school. Passing the time, that kind of thing. Nothing wrong with that. I sketch on my tablet. Eileen gives pointers sometimes. Maybe I should throw you to the wolves and tell Caprice you like doing art as well. You wouldn't. I'm thinking about it. Do it, Eileen! Do it! He deserves it. No, he doesn't deserve it, but you know, he could. I can't help but giggle a bit at the two of them. Yet, even as they do, there's a small pang of envy there. I can empathize with Eileen keeping her group of friends small, but I do wish I were closer to her. In more ways than one, she's who I wish I could be. Anyway, the familiar sound of a motorbike's horn can faintly be heard from outside, bringing an end to both my thoughts and this little outing. That for you? Giving a nod, I get up from my chair and collect my coat from Eileen's helpful hand, quickly throwing it over myself.
Thank you.
Thanks for tonight. It was nice. Look at this fucker! Not wanting to keep Rose waiting, I wave Wallace goodbye as I take my leave, with Eileen coming along to see me out at the door. Got everything with you? I quickly pat around my pockets to make sure. Phone, purse, keys, they all seem to be there. All good.
I'll see you then. If you want to come around again, feel free.
If I'm not too much trouble, that'd be nice.
Yes! I do a poor job of hiding my happiness at the offer, and my reply just a little too quick to sound natural. I mean, yeah, I'm excited.
Believe me, you're no trouble. It honestly does me good to see you a bit more upbeat.
Yes! I tilt my head a little at the odd idea.
You just seemed kind of skittish before, but now you're all sunshine and rainbows.
Look at this
It
smile.
suits you.
Oh!
Sorry. I'm a bit shy.
No shit. Not to mention a bit homesick. Being able to talk with friends outside of school was a nice change, not to mention having a homemade meal. Even if I didn't help that much, it did take my mind off things. Eventually, as my mind slowly manages to get back into gear, I muster the words to say what I want to tell her as I get past being so
If
flustered.
you don't mind me being around for dinner, maybe being together in a club wouldn't be so bad.
Ah! Girl! She hesitates for a few good moments, making me doubt myself as I offer the suggestion as carefully as possible. She knows I like her as a person, so hopefully she can look past her previous experiences. Just as I begin to think I've overstepped the mark, she gives an almost comically long sigh. The horn sounds again in the distant silence, as the silence reigns, but my feet stay plastered as she comes to an answer.
Fine. Tell Caprice she can have her dumb club.
Yay!
Thank you.
Just don't make me regret it.
Yes, ma'am. With an enthusiastic nod and a wave, I start off down the hallway once more, Eileen disappearing into her apartment as I look back. Even as I walk down the hallway, my steps somehow feel lighter than they did as I entered. Being around others usually makes me exhausted, but right now I feel more comfortable than ever. Okay. I am going to end this episode here. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a like, maybe subscribe, maybe hit that notification, follow me on Instagram, do whatever you can. Comment down below which character is your favorite so far and what you think is gonna happen next. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Bye!